Weathering and erosion. Every day you will be notified with a new video which improves your knowledge day by day. So don't forget to subscribe. Weathering and erosion are important part of the rock cycle. Weathering is one of the forces on the earth that destroys rocks and landforms. Weathering is the process where rocks are dissolved, worn away, or broken down to smaller and smaller pieces. Erosion happens when rocks and soil are picked up and moved to another place by ice, water, wind, or gravity. Weathering often leads to erosion. Weathering degrades a rock without changing its location, but erosion causes particles of rock to be carried away from their original locations and disposed somewhere else. There are physical, chemical, and organic weathering. Process of physical weathering. Physical weathering breaks down a physical structure. For example, in cold environments, water that gets into the hole in a rock freezes. This will cause the hole to expand and eventually crack and split the rock and break it down into smaller pieces and smaller pieces. When water flows on a rock or falls as a rain on the rock, water rubs the rock and causes weathering. Plants also causes weathering. The root of a plant as it grows down needs space so it can create cracks in the rock which results in the breakdown of rocks. Another cause of weathering is wind. Wind carries a lot of dust and particles. When this rubs on the rock, it smooths their surface which causes weathering. Chemical weathering changes the chemical structure of a rock, causing it to become softer and more brittle. Acid rain may cause weathering. Organic weathering is also known as biological weathering. Biological weathering causes occur on a rock due to plants, animals, microorganisms like fungi, and algae. They make rocks decompose. Erosion. The rock have been weakened and broken up by weathering. It is erosion. Water, wind, ice, and gravity can cause erosion. Rivers were down and carried away rocks and soil along their banks. Erosion occurs in oceans, removing water and waves to create and carries away particles of coastlines. Wind erosion can move large quantities of small rocks and soil from their organic locations to a new place, create impressive formations such as sand dunes. Ice can move much larger rocks than most other Joseph Fortress. A rock by ice is where most plants of the world. Parts of the world. Mass raising is a specific type of rock caused by gravity. It occurs when soil or rocks are carried away by falling or slides downwards. A rock slide or landslide is common. Example of mass wasting are large quantities of those rocks and soil rolls down a slope. The Grand Canyon in Oaxaca, the natural base in fracture and landmark examples of erosion. The best ways that we can prevent erosion is to plant vegetation with deep roots that can help hold the soil in place. This is especially important in the areas that are more vulnerable to erosion, just as along rivers and streams and hillsides.